Today I'm reviewing the Gundam Base Limited Freedom Gundam. It's the clear color edition. So if you guys haven't noticed, I didn't do my intro today. It's been kind of a hectic schedule, so we're going to do it a little bit. We're just going to jump ahead straight into the unboxing and into the review of the model itself. I will give you a little backstory with my personal life. Right now I have my daughter, if you've seen my channel, I did have a daughter, and unfortunately she was a week early, so she is in the NICU. So, you know, I've kind of been bouncing between that and then trying to get this up for you guys too. So I hope you appreciate it. Make sure you drop some love down there in the comments. Anything is appreciated too, guys. Let's get into this unboxing, I should say. So with the kit itself, very simple kit, very easy. There's that Gundam base that comes with the kit itself. So I mean, that's not standard with the original, nor is the clear collar, but most of this kit is the straight high grade build. So I know what to expect already a little bit with this kit as we get into it. The clear edition, I don't know if you guys like them, don't like them. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section. You know, I appreciate it. I put it on the forum on one of the channels that I'm on already, and kind of got some, you know, just a little bit of feedback to hear what you guys think on a different channel. But what do you guys think here? Simple kit, straightforward. It's everything you get right here out of the box. As you can see, guys, there is a lot of nice things with this kit. It is a high grade. It is a very simple kit. You do have some nice features. You do have the double beam sabers. You have the shield, the gun, and then also you got the Freedom right there with the rails on the sides, the rail guns as well. And it looks good. I mean, for a high grade, how simple it was, the way it looks really nice. And so we'll get a little bit closer look. There is a couple of things that I'm like, I'm not feeling on the kit, but we'll see that here in a second, a little bit further into it. A little bit closer look. The shield, very simple build. A few collars, a nice black. I will say that there is only a handle for that shield. It doesn't peg into the arm. There's the two beam sabers, and you can see right here, it's a nice feature that a lot of those seed kits have, and it's an attachment where they can become a double-sided saber. And then right here is a nice color separated beam rifle that he has. You know, obviously he usually uses the actual weapons on his suit more than anything, but it is a nice feature on this kit as well. To get into the adjustments a little bit, you do have nice rotation in the head. It does get pegged up there. Also, word of caution, I will say that the antenna on this kit likes to pop off easily. It was more of a frustration than just about anything else, minus the wings, but we'll get there on the wings in a second. And you can see just a little simple breakdown. Some torso movement, that's kind of nice. The rail guns kind of block a little bit in the leg movements to side, but it actually gives a lot of posing there. Nice bend in the knees as well, double joint. And those heels down there and the feet kind of move around some too. You can see it's kind of a nice setup. All the ways back on that bend. You can't go wrong with that. And a little bit of bend. Quick look here again at the feet. Nice little movement there. And you can see as we get into it, here's the rail guns. I do have love-hate with this. They can droop, and I actually had a piece break on me while I was assembling it. I was able to clean it up and kind of fix it up with a new peg. This whole Gundam uses a peg system for a lot of the movement, and I don't necessarily like those just because things come free over time. The wings especially, as I can point out here, and you kind of take a closer look at the wings. There's a lot of, you know, the Freedom, everyone knows the Freedom. You have a lot of cool poses you can do with those wings, just the way they're set up. But they're on a peg system, so they kind of come loose when you move them around. And there's those guns from the back of the wings. They actually come over nicely. Quick look, that is the Gundam base. A little closer look. I know you've seen the unboxing earlier, but it looks really good. Alright guys, here is some of the poses. Some of the standard poses you see with the Freedom is super nice. Absolutely love the clear detailing. Even without the inner frame, if you guys watched the Master Grade Ball that I talked about, I do love inner frames on clear kits far more than just like the standard high grade clear kits. But there's something about this kit that just pops well with it. I think it's the blues with this clear. It shines really well in the light too. That clear white is just so bright. I can't explain how well it looks. A couple of things I will tell you about. I will start with the cons on this one. I mentioned already the peg system with the wings, and they do come loose, and you can see right there in the railgun, one of the railguns would not stay up for me. It kind of drooped some the whole time. Even if I tried to push it back together a little bit, it's still just one to droop. So expect that a little bit, even with the handles on the sides, which I didn't show you that earlier. There is 2 handles that pop out from one from each side, so you can place the hands onto, and you can see that you can actually pose them in like that as well. And it holds it up for a decent amount of time, but it will droop some right there in the front, just the way they fold down and they fold back up. So that's the first con. Next con I would say would be the next con I'm going to say will actually be the decals. There is some stickers with this, some color correcting stickers, and I will throw them up there real quick. As you guys can see, there is a decent amount of color correcting that just kind of goes around, trims out a lot of things. You'll see it around, and the biggest thing with those trimming out collars is they're wrapping around things. So they wrap around the rail guns, and then also on the beam rifle as well. So with that kind of thing, keep that in mind. Anytime you have decals that wrap around stuff, they will over time come off. It's just kind of how it is. And then up on the wings too, by the way, that is the other spot. So my other con with this kit, and it's probably my last real con, is the shield. The shield does not slot or peg into the arm. It only uses a handle, so therefore it drops out or just kind of hangs freely, to make poses very difficult with the shield itself. So you know, I probably won't be posing it with the shield anyways, but if you guys want to use a shield, just so you know, you might want to come up with a system to kind of help keep that in place a little bit better, whatever it might be. And you only get one set of hands with this kit, guys. You only get the one standard holding hands that peg in with the clear backs to hold things. Keep that in mind as well. So on to the positive things with this kit. I already stated a little bit earlier, the clear on this kit looks phenomenal. It just pops so well. In videos and shorts that I've made it, I absolutely love the way it looks. It looks gorgeous. It's eye-catching for sure. It's a relatively inexpensive kit, and even though it's a 2017 kit, it's a solid build. And I will say the posing on it was pretty solid. There was a lot of, you know, just a lot of posing options, a lot of manipulation of the joints themselves that I was relatively impressed with, and it can pull off just about anything I wanted to do, you know, barring, you know, keeping those rail guns in place. So, and then on another note, there was not a ton of color correcting decals, just mainly those trimmed ones I was talking about. I've had some high grades, even the clear ones. Talking to you, Pell Rider, has way too many decal stickers for a clear kit. It just is so frustrating. So this kit was kind of nice just to have some basic trim colors, and it wouldn't be that hard to paint if you guys chose to paint it over that. I like the options with the beam sabers as well, and again, relatively inexpensive kit. Does have the Gundam base that's propped on there, and that's nice. That's a nice little touch too. Again, for the price, you can't really go wrong with that. Now, a brief note for cleanup on this kit. It's actually surprisingly easy to clean up. I didn't really have that many nub marks or anything on there to clean out. And again, you guys know I use the razor, the version 1.5, to do a lot of my sanding. It does a great job with this clear kit. Some of those clear kits are kind of frustrating with the cleanup, but this is not one of them. So, you know, I'm happy the way it turned out. Again, right here, you can actually see it standing on its own 2 legs, which is very difficult for a lot of the backpacked or wing backpack Gundams. So, I mean, that's awesome too. It's pretty sturdy kit all the ways around. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I intended to get this video up earlier than what I did. It's been a chaotic week, as I said earlier in the video, but without a doubt, love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helped out this channel. Like and comments are always appreciated too. As you can see, my toddler is telling me